Parties, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
In just 90 minutes, Justin Baldoni managed to secure his first major courtroom victory against Blake Lively, sending her legal team into a full-blown panic. While this wasn't the final ruling, it was a critical turning point. And if the case continued in this direction, Blake's prospects weren't looking good. If you haven't been following, here's what happened. Blake Lively slapped Justin with a jaw-dropping $250 million lawsuit, accusing him of serious misconduct. But Justin wasn't backing down. He fired back with an even bigger counterclaim, seeking $400 million, accusing Blake of extortion and defamation. After months of heated legal exchanges, the case finally reached the courtroom, setting the stage for one of Hollywood's most chaotic legal battles in recent memory. From the moment the court session began, Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, came out swinging. His aggressive tactics left Blake's team visibly rattled. And who could blame them? This was the same attorney who had openly vowed to sue Blake into oblivion, and it was clear he intended to follow through. Blake's lawyers, desperate to silence Fredman's public statements, tried to muzzle him with a gag order, but the judge was having none of it, quickly ruling against the request, pointing out that Blake's lawyers had also been vocal in the media. Allowing Fredman to speak freely while silencing Blake's side would have been completely unfair, and the judge made it clear that he wouldn't play favorites. This was Justin's first victory of the day, but things only got worse for Blake. Frustrated, Blake's attorneys argued that Fredman's constant media presence was making it impossible for them to respond effectively. Every time they tried to counter his moves, Fredman would drop another bombshell. But again, the judge wasn't convinced, dismissing their complaints and reaffirming Fredman's right to discuss the case publicly. But then things took a truly chaotic turn. Blake's lawyers discovered that Justin wasn't just fighting this case in the courtroom, he was taking it to the internet. He launched a website dedicated to the case, where he planned to upload evidence, including video footage, legal documents, and messages supporting his claims. Blake's team argued that this could unfairly influence public opinion before the trial even began, but Fredman wasn't having it. He reminded the court that it was Blake who had taken her allegations to the media first, giving Justin only 12 hours to respond before the New York Times published their damning report. If Blake could use the press to control the narrative, why couldn't Justin do the same? The judge sided with Fredman once again, ruling in Justin's favor. Then came the final blow for Blake's side. In a last-ditch effort to regain some control, Blake's lawyers requested that she be allowed to choose who would question her during her deposition, likely hoping to avoid facing Fredman himself. The judge quickly shot that request down, ruling that Blake wouldn't get to pick her interrogator and would have to answer questions from whoever the court assigned. By the time the hearing wrapped up, it was clear that Justin's side had gained significant ground. Every argument Blake's team had made had been shot down, and rather than slowing Fredman down, their efforts only gave him more chances to reinforce his case. The battle was far from over, but if this first round was any indication, Blake had a long uphill struggle ahead. As the ruling sunk in, panic spread through Blake Lively's legal team. They knew exactly what this meant. Fredman was coming for her, and they had no way to stop him. The deposition process, where Blake would testify under oath, would be her chance to defend herself, but Blake's attorneys were scrambling to avoid it. Why? If Blake was confident in her allegations, why would she be so desperate to avoid a deposition? Once in that room, there would be no escaping the hard questions or carefully crafted PR statements, just direct, under-oath questioning. The judge wasn't fooled. He denied their request, delivering another crushing blow to Blake's side. By the end of the hearing, the outcome was clear. Justin's team had won every single argument. With each ruling in his favor, Blake's legal team suffered defeat after defeat. And just when things couldn't get worse, the judge confirmed that both lawsuits, Blake's $250 million claim and Justin's $400 million countersuit, would be merged into a single case. This meant no drawn-out tug of war. It would be one explosive courtroom showdown. The trial is scheduled for March 2026 unless the parties reach a settlement before then. But with the way things are going, it's clear that Blake is in serious trouble. She's already lost several key legal battles before the case has even begun. If this case makes it to trial, Justin will have every piece of evidence ready to be laid bare. This isn't just a legal battle, it's a public one too. And right now, Blake's reputation is starting to crumble. Some fans remain loyal, but many are beginning to question her motives. Meanwhile, Justin is gathering receipts, meticulously ensuring that he has all the proof needed to turn the tables on Blake. His website dedicated to the case is a brilliant strategy. By using the internet, he's making sure the world sees his side of the story. Blake used the media to attack him, and now he's using it to fight back. If Blake keeps up this fight, she risks completely destroying her reputation. A loss in court wouldn't just result in a huge financial blow, it could end her career altogether. A $400 million payout would devastate her, even with Ryan Reynolds' fortune, leaving them both facing a serious financial and public relations crisis. At this point, Blake needs to seriously ask herself if it's worth continuing the battle or if it's time to cut her losses before it's too late. If Justin wins, he'll have taken control, both in the courtroom and in the court of public opinion. Blake has already lost several key legal battles, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to reverse the damage. This could go down as one of Hollywood's biggest downfalls in recent memory. The stakes are sky high, and the longer this drags on, the worse it looks for Blake. If she doesn't regain control or find a way to minimize the damage, this could become a textbook example of an A-lister who played too aggressively and lost it all. Hollywood may forgive scandals, but financial disasters leave lasting scars. If Blake loses, it won't just be a temporary setback. It could be the end of her career in Hollywood. On the other hand, Justin's victories in court and in the court of public opinion are making him the clear winner. He's taking control of the narrative, dismantling Blake's claims piece by piece, and positioning himself as the victim. Hollywood loves a winner, and right now, it's Justin who has the momentum. As this legal battle continues to unfold, there will undoubtedly be more courtroom drama, unexpected twists, and public fallout. But one thing's for sure, Blake is in serious trouble, and it's not clear how she'll dig herself out of this one. The tea is still brewing, and things are only going to get messier from here. Stay tuned, this is far from over.